In progress. Clerk's laptop sound check. Clerk's laptop sound check. Presenter's laptop sound check. Presenter's laptop sound check. Get on it, Gabby.
Be nice
Thank you,
to her.
everyone. Oh, no, we are. Absolutely.
Okay.
Nothing happens without her.
That's right.
Which reminds me, I should shut my phone off.
Oh, yeah.
Councillor.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. We are live now. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Members of the public are advised that our meetings are webcast live by the City of Hamilton and temporarily archived on the city's website. As well, a reminder that all electronic devices are to be switched to a non-audible function during committee meetings. We will have roll call now. I will now commence the roll call. I'll call out your name and please indicate if you're present. Councillor Collins? I don't see him on the screen anywhere. Councillor Ferguson, please.
Here.
Thank you, sir. Councillor Johnson.
Good morning.
Good morning. Councillor Partridge. And I don't see Councillor Partridge. Councillor Pearson. I saw there. Yep, she's here. Her mic's off, but she's waving at me. Good morning, Councillor.
Good morning.
Councillor Vanderbeek.
Present. Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
morning.
And good morning, Councillor Wilson.
Good morning. Present.
Good morning. Thank you, councillors. Welcome to the meeting. We welcome the citizens to the meeting. Approval of the agenda. Madam Clerk, are there any changes to the agenda?
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Yes, there are some changes. There's an added item 9.1, which is the Procurement Subcommittee Report 20-002, which is from October 1st, 2020. Additionally, item 13.1 is the confidential appendix A to that Procurement Subcommittee Report 20-002 from October 1st.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. May I please have a mover and a seconder to approve the agenda as amended? Councillor Pearson and Councillor Johnson. It's electronic vote. It's up now, and please vote. And the vote results are in. It's unanimous. We'll move on to the next item. Declarations of interest. Are there any declarations of interest this morning? And I don't see anyone waving at me, so I'll move on from there. We'll now be dealing with the approval of the minutes of previous meeting. May I please have a mover and a seconder to approve the minutes of the September 24th meeting? Moved by Councillor Vanderbeek and seconded by Councillor Ferguson. Are there any discussions about that minutes? Seeing not, we'll have the vote now then, please. Good morning, Councillor Collins. Councillor Collins, I'm not sure if you're up and running yet. Can you give he's giving us a thumbs up. Perfect. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Councillor. And it carries unanimously also. Communications, correspondence from MPAC respecting the municipal levy letter recommendation is to be received. Need a mover and a seconder to receive that. Moved by Councillor Collins, seconded by Councillor Ferguson. Is there any discussion about the letter? Seeing none, then we'll have the vote, please. Yes, Councillor Collins, and Councillor Collins giving us the thumbs up. Thank you, and the vote carries again unanimously. We're now moving on to item 5.1 on the agenda, which is the delegation request. Kevin Rockman, Smart Centers REIT, respecting an extension to the development charges credit. This is for a future meeting. I need a mover and a seconder to approve the delegation request. Moved by Councillor Pearson, seconded by Councillor Johnson. We'll have the vote now. Oh, Councillor Ferguson, you wanting to speak to this? Oh, sorry. I forgot about that. Will you have to unmute his microphone? There we go.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Chair. I just want to alert staff to be, if they can, circulate something to us about this. I assume that this smart centers have already approached staff on it and been turned down. Let me ask that question first of all. I'll give it to Mike, but he may want to dump it off to somebody else.
Mr. Zagaric, please.
Yeah. Sorry, through the chair, we will prepare a information report for when this item comes before committee, And I'll ask, I'm not sure if Lindsay Gillies might be aware whether or not a request has come forward to staff, but given that this is an extension on an existing extension of the development charge credit, it probably would be best for staff to provide some history and context as it relates to this file when it comes before committee.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Chair.
Lindsay,
Thanks, Mike.
I'll invite Lindsay just if she can advise committee whether or not the applicant has communicated to staff their request.
Thank you. Good morning, Ms. Gillies.
Good morning. How is everyone?
Everyone's great. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful, thank you. So Kevin did connect with staff about getting an extension to these demolition credits. The last time staff had reviewed the last time council had reviewed this file was back in 2017, where they extended the demolition credits to January of 2020. The request to extend the credits does not fall within staff's authorities, so staff did direct Kevin to come speak to council.
Okay, that's a good answer. I appreciate that. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thanks, Lindsay and Mike.
Thank you, Councillor. That's an excellent suggestion. So I don't think we voted on this, have we? No. Okay, so we're going to have the vote now, please, unless there's any other comments. And I don't see anyone waving at us. We're ready to go. Councillor Pearson, did you vote? Thank you. Is that everybody? Yeah, and it carries again. So we're now moving on to item 6, consent items. Items 6.1 through to 6.3 are recommended to all be received. May I please have a mover and a seconder to receive these items first, and then I'll take any questions. Councillor Ferguson and Councillor Collins. And does anyone have any questions or comments about 6.1 to 6.3? I'm seeing nothing. And then at this point, we'll have the vote, please, Madam Clerk. Excellent. And we're just waiting for the tally. Thank you, everyone. And it carries unanimously also. I am now jumping onto the discussion item 9.1 on your agenda. It's a procurement subcommittee report 2002, October 1, 2020. If the committee wishes to discuss confidential appendix A, we will need to go into closed session. Does anyone wish to discuss that appendix? I'm seeing no signage. That's good. So then I need a mover and a seconder to approve the following: that the recommendations in Procurement Subcommittee Report 2002 be approved, and B, that the confidential Appendix A to the Procurement Subcommittee Report 2002 remain confidential. Can I get a mover, please? Councillor Ferguson, and a seconder is Councillor Collins. Is there any discussion on this report? Seeing none, we'll have the vote, please. Thank you. Are we good? And it is carried unanimously also. Thank you, councillors. Motions, are there any? There's no motions today. Are there any notices of motion from anyone? And seeing no high signs, there's any general information? I'm not trolling for it. I'm just asking. Excellent. No private and confidential. So we'll move on to the adjournment. May I have a motion to adjourn? Moved by Councillor Johnson, seconded by Councillor Pearson. We'll have the vote now, please. And that is carried. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon.